Today we're going to react to a video by Chris Voss, former FBI negotiator, on how to negotiate your salary / your career with your boss, the right and the wrong ways to do it. Let's jump straight into it.
Don't negotiate salary, negotiate your career.
Why is that?
You go in asking for a higher salary. What did you just ask for? I want to get paid more and do the same amount of work. How does that sound to a boss?
It depends on the leverage that employee has. If someone comes and they're irreplaceable and they say, hey, I need XYZ or I will stop, there's going to be a point.
So what's your relationship if your irreplaceable employee threatens you like that? Salary pays your bills. It doesn't build your career. Walk into the boss's office and say, how can I be guaranteed to be involved in projects that are critical to our strategic future?
That's phenomenal advice. I think one of the things people often get stuck on is saying, hey, I need to be paid more. Are we doing enough to justify being paid more? So one of the best ways, I completely agree with this, one of the best ways, as he says, is to walk in and say, hey, what are the most important things for the business and how can I be involved in them? And then that's just telling me, oh, this person wants to do more. And if they perform more, then I'm more likely to pay them more. Or your boss is more likely to pay them more. This is how I tell my whole team to approach me. Hey, these are the things that we just went through our 2025 year, our BTO, our vision and goals, right? And one of the things that I talk about a lot of times is, okay, these are revenue goals, these are operational goals, right? So what side of the equation are you going to be on, and how does that drive value for the company? The more value you're able to drive for the company, the more likely you'll get a raise. So let's say you help us bring in $1 million extra. You're definitely going to get a raise, right? Depending on what your salary is already, right? Whether it's $50,000, etc. What are you a driving force behind that increase in revenue? Or, hey, I've really helped you streamline the business process where it's less expensive to do certain types of tasks. So I've made the company more efficient, therefore saving us more money. And then you can also make money that way. Some things that may be valuable, some bosses, can you take some work off my plate, right? And they may be willing to pay you more so they can rest more too. So these are some things to think about. And the best way to go negotiating is not to negotiate, hey, I want a higher raise. It's to, hey, can I do more? And then after you do more, go and say, hey, this is what I've done. I've been working on what you asked me for. And this is the value I think is brought to the business. If I continue down this path, can I see a percentage of that value that I continue to bring in? And there you're really talking about commission. And a lot of bosses, especially if you're helping to build the process or you're really ramping it up, they're going to be open to giving you a commission or raise within those parameters. I'll say when you're doing this, one caveat I would say, so it's very clear, when you're doing this, try to find clear metrics, right? So try to look for, hey, we're increasing. This is why I started off with saying $1 million, right? Increasing it by this percentage, making it this much more profitable, saving X amount of money, right? Reducing time, right? Creating speed, whatever it is, try to find specific metrics. So when you're doing well, you can go and say, hey, I'm doing well in this way, shape, and form. Now, what do you do if your boss doesn't react well to this? Because this can happen as well, right? The boss, you do what they ask you to do, and they still don't want to give you a promotion. I would say continue getting skilled at this thing. Why do I say it? Because the more skill we get at this thing, the more marketable we are to other companies, right? So if you become known as the person who's really good at bringing in business, other companies are going to come and try to talk to you and say, hey, I would like to offer you a position at my company. There's so few great people who can really execute on things that are important for a business to run. Tons of businesses will flock after you. So I'll say keep doing it. If you're not just do for your career, do for yourself and build that skill set. Find out what really matters to businesses, business owners, shareholders, whoever, right? Find out what really matters and find how to drive or create that type of value. And then you can go and shop your skills if you're not appreciated in your current position. Okay, well, that's it for this video. My name is Chimber Tane. This is Tane Advisors. We give business and life advice. Write down in the comments, what are you going to do? Do you agree with this? Do you disagree? Have you tried this in the past? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. God bless.